Hey everyone, thanks for checking out the video. It's Ryan and I've got the wife here. We're gonna review a book that we both read. Picked up Books of Magic from DC Vertigo. It's part of the Sandman Universe. I've never read anything from the Sandman Universe, so this is a first for me. And I think my understanding is this is kind of a reboot from a story that came out in the early 90s. It was essentially the same thing. They're just kind of retelling it, I guess, rebooting it. But Books of Magic, a striking resemblance to one of your favorite characters.
Yeah, so Ryan picked up this book and is like asking the guys at the shop about it, and it shows me, and I'm like, oh, it's Harry Potter. And he had to inform me that this character was around long before Harry Potter was, but I mean, looks a whole lot like him.
Yeah, and to be clear, I'm pretty sure this guy came first. But anyway, yeah, so we both read this, and we haven't talked about it at all, so we're going to kind of flip through and comment together, I guess. So
yeah,
I thought this was neat, the way they did kind of the old school fairy tale borders and things for the first page. What they're doing here is kind of retelling the story, I think. So they're telling the story about how this kid, Timothy Hunter, he gets offered the chance to learn magic. I guess these are some magicians, and they are offering to teach him. He gets to make a choice.
I thought the art was kind of interesting. Like, just in the first, 3 pages, it really struck me because on this page, you've got kind of, the medieval, fairy tale mixed with, more, modern-looking art. And then on this page, you have, kind of this, Egyptian hieroglyphic-looking panel. And then, in this panel, what's the boy's name again? Timothy. So you have Timothy kind of in one style, and then all these men kind of in a different style, different color, different amount of details and everything. Then you come over to this page, and you got, this panel that kind of looks like a tarot card. It's very intricate and stuff, and then right next to it looks like a page out of a sketchbook. I can't really decide whether it's something I like, all the style changes, or if it feels too mismatched, but it's definitely interesting, the choices they made with the art.
Yeah, maybe it was meant to kind of show the scope of the story, because this is supposed to be a really big deal. He's supposed to be a big time wizard at some point. So maybe they were just showing the scope of how he spans the ages and the stories of different cultures. But then he wakes up. So he was dreaming, and he's woken up in class, kind of the trope, dreaming, and then you wake up, teacher wakes you up and embarrasses you. Got the kind of the bully here. And then there's a love interest, of course. He's, he kind of offers to do magic and try to impress this girl, and I didn't quite catch if he thought he was going to be able to pull it off based on the dream.
I mean, obviously he thought he was going to be able to pull it off.
Yeah, and he didn't, but that was interesting. You'll notice there's not a whole lot of dialogue here. I told Liz I felt like it was a long book, but it read quickly, and I think now that I'm going back through it, I think that it's just because there's not a lot of words. It's a lot of pictures, which is cool.
It was kind of interesting too, because I didn't really notice that the first go around, but I mean, the artists do a really good job of conveying the story, without needing to bog it down with unnecessary dialogue,
Yeah, that's always a good indicator to me of someone that kind of knows what they're doing, is you don't have to explain everything with the words. So he gets called into the teacher's office, and her office is pretty cool actually. I kind of like it, but we find out that she's actually a magician, a wizard, I guess, and she sends him on his journey to learn magic, and gives him, let's see, where is it? She gives him his first book of magic. Man, he looks like this. He looks lazy, doesn't he? Good grief.
Yeah.
But anyway, I still can't read it. It's blank. So it's a blank book, and she tells him, you'll be able to read it when it's time.
I think it's funny because this kid seems like, it's like Ryan said, like he seems like so, like sloppy, so like, I don't know, just just the way he interacts with the world, and he's like slouching around, and he looks messy and stuff, and then he's supposed to be this like big time magician. So I'm really interested to see the transformation here.
Skip this. So here's his dad. So apparently the kid's mom is missing. She's gone missing, and the dad's kind of.
Is she missing or is she dead? I thought she was dead.
I don't know. I thought she was missing. I thought he was going to use the magic to go back to find her somehow or something. Anyway, you guys can tell us.
Mother's not there.
Yeah, she's not here, and the dad's not happy about it. So he's going through the book, and he's trying to read it. And surprise, surprise, he does manage to get it to put some words on the page here, some cryptic words, and that's as far as I'm going to be able to go. But it kind of leads into the next part of the story.
I really like this whole idea of the books and the knowledge finding him when he's ready for it, and I don't know, kind of like the knowledge seeking him instead of him seeking the knowledge and having to like mature up to it. Like just the whole idea of the blank book showing him what he needs to know at that time is it's interesting. It's an interesting concept.
Yeah, it's a neat story. I liked it. I think I'll probably pick up number 2. It's worth checking out, especially if you haven't read any of the Sandman stuff before. I know people say that sometimes it can be confusing and hard to get into, but this is pretty accessible, I think.
Yeah, I thought so too. I'd like to read issue number 2, kind of see where it goes.
Yeah, and if you're into the kind of the kid in school learning magic thing, it's right up your alley then. But yeah, the art was good. The book, this is quality stuff. It's that nice DC paper I like. I don't know why Marvel is getting so lazy.
Not too glossy.
No, it's not too glossy, exactly. Another feels heavy. It's good. So yeah, recommend if you want to check it out. If you like magic, if you like kids learning magic, if you like that kind of story, and excited to see where it goes. But thanks for watching. Leave a comment. You can ask us questions. You can leave comments about what we said. Help us out. Correct us. Whatever. And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Bye.